morning sun shining through the window wakes me up. Instinctively, I roll over and feel an empty space beside me. Wait, what? I wake up later than Kaori? Or rather, Kaori woke up earlier than me? What is happening? Blinking my eyes open, I see the absence of Kaori. She must already be up. What time is it? I check the time and it's before 8 AM. Kaori is not a morning person. I wonder where she could be. What the hell? It doesn't seem like sleep will return to me anytime soon, so I decide to get up as well. I roll out of bed and get ready for the day. What is she up to, huh? Is she that excited about our upcoming trip? Once I freshened up, I decided to look for Kaori. Where could she be? I wonder where she is. I go downstairs and check the living room and kitchen, but I don't see her there. I'm about to return upstairs when I hear a faint noise in the room down the hall. Maybe that's her? Carefully, I inch closer. What? Kaori? What kind of... Why are you making those kind of noises? What? Maybe she's eating like just the most delicious sandwich ever. Who knows? Whoa, it sounds like she's enjoying herself in there. The door is partly open and I'm very tempted to take a look. Yeah, girl, share that sandwich with me. Sneak a peek, I'll leave her to her business? Nah, curiosity definitely gets the better of me here. Gently, I creep the door open. Do they have to use the word creep? I mean, it's kind of fitting, but still. Can you just not use the word creep there? I'm getting creeped out by myself right now. And I'm welcomed by the most magnificent sights. Oh, hallelujah. She's just exercising, right? Oh boy. So, is this what she was like umming about? Kaori's back faces me and she is bent forward on her hands and knees. Her head raises high as she arches her back, her spine curving delicately. She wears skin-tight yoga shorts which emphasizes the plush shape of her behind. Right, she's yoga, of course she you know, yoga, right? She got the yoga mat from her mother yesterday and she was so excited about it that she's gone and busted out early in the morning to do the yoga, right? Because this is the, what position is it? Like the downward facing dog or something? I could get used to this view.
Oh.
Yeah, she's just stretching, you know? I mean, yoga is very good for your body, you know? Stretching all parts of your body. Her floorboard creaks as I try to get closer. I freeze, but Kaori doesn't notice. She's wearing headphones. Oh yeah, I see like the wide string near her ears. She's got the wireless one, it seems. I got that one too for the gym. Where it's wireless, so it just goes like behind your neck. But yeah, she's wearing headphones, which block out other noises. Her back curves upwards in a stretch, and she lets out another moan. I get the feeling I really shouldn't be watching this, and I definitely shouldn't be watching her in secret. So we should make our presence known, right? Like, hey Kaori, how you doing? How are we gonna do that though? Just by saying good morning? Oh god, it's bad. I don't even know what the third option is, but I feel like just saying swiggity swooty. I gotta smack that booty. I feel like I don't care what the third option is. Leave before she We're not picking that one. We're going with the swiggity swooty. By the way, only do this if the girl's your girlfriend, okay? In no reality will this end well. Do I really want to proceed? On second thought, today I become a man. I might get murdered in the process, but I become a man. My entire life has led me to this moment. Yep, all to the butt-smacking moment. I take a deep breath. I know now what must be done. I rub my hands together. Oh yeah, get them hot. You know, when you smack the booty, you don't want it to be a cold hand. That just adds to the pain, I suppose, right? But if it's a warm hand, then it makes everything better. I rub my hands together as I carefully sneak closer. She arches her back, up and then down again. Her firm derriere is poised as if ready for my hand. It's waiting, it's calling out to me. Reaching back, I ready myself. Here it comes, and then... smack! Oh god, I heard the smacking noise. It like reverberated throughout the entire house. The ice, the snow outside was like shaking as well. Oops, Kaori yelps and tumbles forward, her concentration broken. Her hand flies to her backside. That feeling of when my hand connected with her butt, that moment of firm resistance, I will forever cherish, and it's worth whatever happens to me right now. Whatever, whatever pain I must endure, it was worth it for that one moment. She rips off her headphones as she pushes herself to her feet. Then she whirls around and... uh-oh. Her face is redder than her hair. Oh god. Her glare stabs me with 1,000 cuts. Oh god, if looks could kill, I'd be dead 4 times already. Well, we had a good run. I hope my friends will at least press F today to pay respects during my funeral. Yep, everybody press F. She stomps up to me.
How dare you!
Oh god, prepare the Fs, boys. Her cheeks are flushed pink. I'm sorry. Apologize, I regret nothing. Oh boy. Doubling down seems like a terrible decision, which is why I'm gonna pick it. Hey, well, my cute girlfriend is wiggling her cute butt. What do you expect me to do? Kaori's, I mean, you could just look, Didn't have to slap, but we went there anyway. Kaori's face flares and she seems at a loss for words, but the silence doesn't last long.
I would expect you not to hit her while she's not looking.
Oh, so you're saying I could hit while you're looking? Oh, so a love tap is okay as long as you're aware. Got it, noted. Alright, I wrote it down.
I didn't say that!
But that's what you didn't literally say it, but that's kind of what you're implying. Gee, I didn't know you were into such lewd things.
Stop making weird conclusions with your stupid logic.
Really? I mean, I'm not the one who got handcuffs and a blindfold for my Christmas, as a present. I'm just saying. She balls her fist. Uh-oh. Whoa, hold on. Keep that balled fist away from other bald things.
Why? I'm just going to give you a couple of love taps since you seem to like them so much.
Fair enough. I enjoy handing out love taps, not so much receiving them. She winds her fist back. Wait. Okay, I might have just had a lapse in judgment, but it was just one smack. I can't take back what I did, so how about you do the same thing to me and we call it even? Alright, I'm just for you, I'm gonna go into downward facing dog position too, and you can smack my butt as well, okay? She glares at me. This would be fair, an eye for an eye, a butt smack for a butt smack. And you're all about being fair, right? Her eye twitches.
Hit you in the same spot?
Yes.
As hard as I want?
Yeah, uh-oh. I might regret this, but I feel like I have to say yes. That would only be fair.
Fine.
Uh-oh. I get down on my hands and knees and mimic her pose from before. Kaori cracks her knuckles. Uh-oh. Maybe I shouldn't have said as hard as she wants, but it's only fair, right? We're all about fairness. I wait for the impending smack. What if somebody walks in right now, like one of the twins or something, or both of them? When I hear a voice.
Kaori, honey.
Oh god, it's the mom! It's even worse, the mom! Oh god! Just as she smacked me. I wobble forward, but immediately look back to see the shocked faces of Kaori and her mom. Oh, of all people, the mom, not the mom.
Oh my, I didn't realize you kids were having fun in here.
Fun? Oh god, it was not particularly fun for me. Earlier I was having fun, not so much now.
Wait, Mom, it's not like that. He smacked me first.
That doesn't make it better, Kaori. Kaori's mom covers her face, pretending to be
Oh,
shy.
honey, you don't have to share those details with me.
No, you have it all wrong.
Oh god, what do we do? This is just a big misunderstanding. Harder, Kaori! Harder, spank me harder! Oh yes, just like that! Harder, Kaori! Oh my god, why are we making it worse? Because it's funnier, that's why.
Oh my, oh my, oh my.
I have another cheek if you're interested, Mom. Okay,
What?
that went way too far.
What are you doing? It was nothing like that.
It wasn't? I'm just making it up. Are you sure about that? Oh no? Did I do something wrong again? Maybe this bad boy needs to be disciplined. Kaori is speechless while her mom places her hands on her cheeks.
I didn't mean to interrupt your fun. I'll just get out of your hair.
Thanks, Mom! Before we can react, she disappears out of the room, closing the door behind her.
You! I can't believe what you just...
It's just like, that's your family. I just got caught up in, like, the whole teasing thing. I'm sorry. I grin at Kaori's frustration. Her hands are balled into fists. I can tell she's just itching to hit me, but that would be playing right into this situation. That's true, right? She can't actually hit me now because then her mom would think that we're having more fun, which is exactly what Kaori doesn't want her mom to think, so we actually solved the situation. She's no longer going to hurt us.
Let's just clean up and go before someone else shows up and gets the wrong idea.
Alright, I'm all for that. I'm fine with that. Whew. Oh boy, that was quite an exciting morning. I help her pack up her stuff and then we go to the kitchen. Breakfast is ready for us and we dig in. I hope Mom didn't tell the rest of the family. While we eat, Kaori's mom returns to the kitchen. She blushes and quickly leaves before we can even greet her. Oh god. I try to hold back my laughter while Kaori sighs. Oh god. Her mom is never gonna look at me the same way ever again. But it was worth it. Soon, Kaori relaxes and we return to having a normal conversation. Hopefully that means she's decided to move on from this morning's events. When we're finished, we head back up the stairs to the bedroom. Oh. After we enter the room, Kaori puts on a change of clothes onto the bed. Do we need to prepare for tomorrow? Oh no, wait, it's actually today, right? We're going to be traveling there today.
We should head out soon if you want to reach the lodge at a normal hour.
Yeah.
It might take a little bit to check in and get settled.
Sure. We quickly pack up some clothes and necessities, and then head out. Thankfully, Kaori seems to have chosen to forget our little episode from earlier, which is good news for me. We are ready to head out the door, so we make sure to say a quick goodbye to her family first. Naomi drives us to the bus station, and we arrive only a few minutes before the next bus does. The journey there is uneventful. The countryside flies by in a white and green blur. Kaori's head drops to my shoulder as she falls asleep. I smile as I look at her peaceful face, making sure not to disturb her. She wakes up when we arrive, and after a short taxi ride, we reach the hotel within the lodge grounds. Check-in is a breeze, and it isn't as long before we're unpacking in our room.
We made it!
Wait. Does this background seem like very familiar? Didn't we go to a similar place with Valerie? I feel like this background is really familiar. But given my terrible memory, I could be entirely wrong. I'm not sure though. I definitely feel like I've seen this before though, or something similar. Might not be exactly the same. Yep. The room is modest and clean. A large king bed with crisp white sheets center the room. The bathroom has a sparkling clean tub, large enough for two. Ooh, I make a mental note of that. Maybe useful for later. When we get dirty. Kaori flips through the brochure she grabbed from the front desk. It looks like they list out the different activities the lodge offers. There are the usual winter sports, an ice sculpture garden, winter market, and glass igloos. Igloos! That's fucking awesome. Which can be rented for night. We can even sleep in igloos? That's fucking sick.
This looks interesting. Ooh, and this too.
Ooh. She points to a few different things, taking check marks as she goes. I smile and flop onto the bed. Kaori seems to be enjoying herself by choosing our activities. All I care about is spending time with her, so I am happy to let her choose. After she's planned out our entire trip, we decide to just relax in a hotel room. I decide to make use of the big jacuzzi tub and love every minute of it. We flip through the TV and watch the local channels until our stomachs growl. Neither of us really likes moving, so we decide to treat ourselves to room services. Of course, like if you're in a hotel or something, right, you gotta take advantage of the room service. We both choose the chef's special for the night, which is freshly grilled fish. Fish? Apparently they are also offering ice fishing on the grounds, So they mean it when they say fresh. Oh, that's cool, right? Where they just have like a hole in the ice and you just... Yeah, I mean... It kind of sounds... I don't know, I mean, I feel like I've talked about this before, right? But the whole concept of like fishing doesn't sound that interesting to me, but I can see how it can be like relaxing for some people. But like just the whole notion of like you're sitting there holding a stick that's in the water and you're waiting for a fish to bite, and that's basically it. But I don't know. It's not really appealing to me, but I can see how it can be for some people. But hey, as long as our food is fresh, it's all good. As expected, the food is amazing, and we devour it all. A wide yawn escapes Kaori's mouth. Are you tired?
I think I am.
Really? You slept the entire ride over here. I mean, obviously, you know, the yoga from earlier just tuckered her out. She slips onto the bed and hugs a pillow.
I was awake really early this morning.
Oh yeah, I know.
It'll be good to have an early night. We've got a lot planned for tomorrow.
That's true, busy night tomorrow. Or busy day, rather, not just night. Her eyes are closed as she talks, and I grin. The poor girl really is tired. Well, at least change your clothes. Yeah, get in your pajamas.
Okay.
Mustering the energy to move, she drags herself off of the bed. She quickly changes and gets ready, and crawls right back into bed. By the time I've gotten ready too, she is fast asleep. I slip into the bed next to her and cuddle her into me. In her sleep, she seeks me out, huddling close. There's a smile on my face as I slowly drift asleep. That was a short day, but it's gonna be an action-packed day tomorrow. We wake up bright and early at the hotel and order room service for breakfast. Afterwards, we put on our hats and jackets and start our day. So, what are the plans for today? Kaori unfolds a small map she must have gotten from the front desk yesterday.
The ice sculpture garden is not too far from here. Maybe we can check that out.
Sure, ice sculptures? Sounds good to me. I'm always like kind of both interested and like impressed in how they actually do that, right? Ice sculptures. Because I feel like just sort of breaking one or like hitting the ice pick onto the ice just a little bit too hard can like break the entire ice sculpture. I follow Kaori down a small path. It looks like she's leading me to some kind of winter garden, but I can see something shimmering from a distance. As we get closer, there seem to be some statues made out of glass? It's ice, you idiot! No, not glass. Ice! Holy shit. Look at that. We got a... I don't know what the spiky thing on the right is, but it got like ducks on it. Then you got a dolphin on the left of that. The right next to that is like a wizard hat. Or is it a Christmas tree? Looks more like a wizard hat though, right? Like a Christmas tree would have more branches. It's just like straight up pointy with a star on top. That is a fucking Harry Potter hat, a wizard hat. And right next to that, that circular round thing is like a Boeing 747 turbine. It's the motor of an airplane. And then you have what's that big building in the center? It's just like a hotel or something in the shape of a crown. Behind that you have an igloo or something, and yeah, that's about it. Hundreds of ice sculptures fill the area. Some are even taller than me. The sunlight filters through, causing them to shimmer like crystals. Kaori gasps. It's so cold here that her breath puffs in front of her like a dragon. Oh, an ice dragon.
This place is beautiful! I wonder if there's a competition.
I'm not sure. It kind of looks like it though. Can we vote? It feels like I'm in some sort of outdoor museum. A few people trickle by, pausing to look at different sculptures. One of the sculptures catches my eye. It's an ice sculpture of a beautiful woman. Where? I don't see that at all. She stands in the middle of the garden, wearing a crown made of stars. Where's that sculpture? Now that I'm up close, I can see the fine details of her jewels and clothing. The sculptor was clearly talented. He somehow made it look as if her dress and hair were billowing in the wind. It's so lifelike and delicate for something so solid.
Oh, hello.
What the fuck? His name is Gingalane? That's from Crystalline, right? The old man who tried to steal my girl. You tried to steal Leanne from me, you bastard. I remember you. I look up to see an older-looking man. He's wearing the same uniform as the people who work at the hotel. He must be someone who looks after this garden. He notices us checking out the sculptures and smiles.
The Ice Maiden caught your eye, I see.
That's the exact same voice too. It's fucking Gingaline. What the fuck? What are they trying to tell us here? That there's a crossover? But Gingaline was in the other world, right? Where there's magic and shit. As far as we know, there's no magic in the Ace Academy world. But is there a certain, like, crossover between the two worlds? Interesting, huh?
Ice Maiden?
Oh, you don't know?
He gestures to the mountains surrounding us. Oh, he's gonna tell some sort of fairy tale.
There's a legend surrounding this
Legend.
place. It all starts with this Ice Maiden. They make a new sculpture of her and put her in the center of this garden every year. The Ice Maiden was the spirit of winter, and she fell in love with a poet named Sammy. Our Black Diamond Slope is named after him.
He gestures to the towering mountain on the edge of the ground.
He wrote about the beauty of winter, how the ice sparkled like crystals, and the soft, powdery snow coated the world in a peaceful blanket. The Ice Maiden felt how much he loved winter, how he loved her, and she fell just as much in love with him.
Wow. Kaori's expression softens as she looks at the Ice Maiden.
That's so romantic.
Oh yeah, very romantic. It's making me hot despite the cold environment. He nods.
Well, she came down from the skies and tried to live here on Earth with him, but that ended up causing a never-ending winter.
Is that what caused the Ice Age?
Crops couldn't grow and people were starving. She had no choice but to return to the skies.
The bitch, she killed people, innocent people.
Sammy hated being torn away from his love, and he tried to build a ladder to the heavens, but mortals aren't allowed in the heavens, and he never made it.
He just got kicked out. All the effort building a ladder to heaven, and then he reaches the top, and you're like, nah, sorry, dude. Nah, you can't. There's like a bouncer just standing there at the top of the stairs, and you're like, nope, sorry, dude, you're not allowed in. And he pushes him down.
The year he died, the world was plunged into a deep freeze as blizzards stormed from her grief.
Yeah, this sounds like an Ice Age.
Finally, the king of the heavens took pity on her. He placed the soul of Sammy within the mountain, whose tip touches the sky, so the two of them can be together forever.
Wow, so romantic. True love always prevails. That's kind of a bummer. What's the point of this story? Nah, I mean, you know, the thing is, even if we don't care about the story as a guy, right? Some guys might, some guys don't, but like, if you're the kind of guy that doesn't give a shit about this, the fact that she showed an interest in it, right? The fact that she said, oh, that's so romantic, means that she cares, and because she cares, it kind of means that we should care at least. So yeah, we're just gonna play along and be like, oh, true love, beautiful. I'm glad the two of them were able to be together. True love always finds a way. I smile at Kaori, who blushes. The man chuckles.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. He stretches and gives us a nod.
Well, there's plenty more to see around here, so I hope you enjoy the rest of the garden.
I shall. It's a little weird though, right? Whenever I hear the word garden, I just think a lot of green stuff, right? Or colorful stuff, right? In terms of, like, of course, flowers and things, but yeah, it's a nice garden, I suppose. We thank him as he walks away.
Let's go look at the rest of the ice sculptures.
Okie dokie. Sure. We continue our way through the rest of the garden. We're able to see a few cool sculptures in the back. Someone carved an entire castle. I'm impressed by how each detail looks like it was painstakingly crafted. The sun rays shimmer through the towers and make it look as if it's lit from within. We pass a sculpture of a tiger with bared fangs, a massive tree with low-hanging branches, and even a dragon. By the time we're done, the sun is starting to sink in the sky. Kaori's cheeks are pink from the cold, and her breath puffs in front of her face, but her eyes are wide with wonder. Damn, she enjoyed it a lot.
That was really beautiful, wasn't it?
Yeah, amazing. I nod. A lot of them looked like they were magical. Which one was your favorite?
The Ice Maiden.
The Ice Maiden? I like the dolphin. Really? She grows defensively. Or the wizard hat.
Yeah, really. Why are you so surprised?
Not surprised? You're a secret romantic.
It was a nice story, okay?
She looks away, her face becoming even redder.
Well, which one was your favorite?
Can I pick the dolphin? Also the Ice Maiden, the giant castle, this regal dragon, the cool saber-toothed tiger. I can't pick the dolphin. Shit. The castle seems cool. The Ice Maiden. I mean, that kind of scores some brownie points with her, right? Fuck it. I like the Ice Maiden too.
Really?
I mean, to be honest, I'm a little bit of a romantic guy too, okay? Maybe hard to believe, but I am. Yeah, I like the story behind her ice sculpture. Kaori grins broadly.
So did I.
Yeah, it was a beautiful story, huh? She glances at the darkening sky.
This was fun, but we should head back now.
Sure, if that's what you want.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. We want to make it back before it gets too dark.
True. I was ready for dinner by now anyway. More room service. We're about to head back, but Kaori leads me away from the hotel and deeper into the snowy woods. Where are you taking me, Kaori? Wait, isn't the hotel the other way?
Yes, but we aren't staying there tonight.
We're not? Where are we staying? Please, igloo, igloo, igloo. She glances back at me and smiles. Igloo, igloo.
It's a surprise.
Igloo. This trip has just been surprise after surprise. I can't wait to find out what this next surprise is. Igloo, igloo, igloo. It's only a short walk before we come across an icy igloo, yeah! The round dome is a series of mirrored panels reflecting sparkles of the waning sun. The snow covers the extended hall leading up to a solid door. Kaori slips a key out of her pocket and opens the door. Following her inside, I'm greeted by a rush of warmth. The igloo is cozy, the perfect space for two. Plush cushions rest on top of a sleek love seat, and a large bed is centered within the room. There's a dining table with two piping hot meals set up. Damn, the food is already there. The fragrant aroma of roasted meat makes my stomach rumble. Holy shit. This is actually really fucking cool, right? Like, just having like a glass panel as your ceiling, basically, right? It's like it's an igloo, but instead of like it's a glass igloo, right? Where like you can just in the middle of the night, especially if you're just like laying on your bed while you're trying to fall asleep, you can just look up at the quote unquote glass ceiling, right? But you just look up at the night sky, and if it's a cloudless night, then holy shit, the amount of stars that you could see. Because this is an environment as well, right? Because if there's one thing we learned from a sky full of stars is that light pollution is an actual real thing, of course. And then like in this environment, I imagine that just like, you know, there's barely any light, if any. And then you would see so many more stars than you would usually would. I mean, it's not that detailed, right? It seems like a lot of specks in the night sky, but it would kind of be something like this. It would just be a beautiful sight, I would imagine. I kind of want to do this too now. What the fuck? I'm so jealous. But yeah, right, I had to read. Fuck. I just got really caught up in the view. Like, holy fuck. This seems like so fucking awesome, man. This is one of those things that like should be on your bucket list or something. But what takes my breath away is the view. I feel like I'm standing in the middle of the snowy field. The trees sway around us, their branches waving hello. Lingering snowflakes flutter in a frenzied dance, melting as it kisses the glass. The sun barely peaks above the horizon, the last rays faintly showering the snow with golden glitter. Whoa. Kaori waits for my reaction.
What do you think?
It's fucking amazing. This view is amazing. Her grin broadens.
Isn't it? The brochure said the best view is at night, where it feels like you're camping within the comfort of the dome.
Yeah, I can't argue against that. That seems fucking sick. I can't wait. My stomach grumbles again, and I glance at the table. It's time to dig in. It's time to chow down. I really hope that's for us.
Yep. Let's eat before it gets cold.
I mean, of course, for who else was the food gonna be? We settle in and get cleaned up, and then we sit down to eat. By the time we're done, The moon hangs high in the sky. Kaori and I snuggle up on the couch. She rests her head on my shoulder as my arm wraps around her waist. Together, we gaze at the stars all around us, tiny pinpricks of light which poke through the shroud of darkness. I feel like you wouldn't even need a light, right? Like the stars alone would just make everything visible enough, right? And your eyes adjust to the darkness as well, right? Like you've done this multiple times where like if you go to bed or something, you turn off all the lights, like the more time passes by, the better your eyes become adjusted to the darkness and you can actually look through it, right? Even though all the lights are off. But like, with so many stars visible, they actually just illuminate more than enough for you to not even need any lights. Like not even a candle light or something, you don't need that shit. You can see enough. She pulls the fuzzy blanket over us, huddling closer to me. I wrap my other arm around her too as I listen to her breathing. 2 steaming mugs of hot chocolate rest on the end tables while we wait for it to cool. Soft candlelight. Oh, they do have a candlelight going? Bathes the room in a warm glow. It's just enough light for us to see, but not enough to obstruct the view of the sky. Okay, that's good, as long as it doesn't obstruct the view of the sky. It's beautiful. Kaori nods. Thank you for bringing me here. This whole trip so far has been perfect. I catch the smile on her lips before she buries her face against me, squeezing me in a hug.
I wanted to do something special.
Well, this is really special. Just being with you is special. I have to up my game. Consider it a success. Well, it was really special. This is a pretty cheesy line. I don't know, I feel like this is a kind of a cheesy line, and some girls like the cheesiness, right? But I feel like to some degree it kind of like she put a lot of effort and thought into this, right? And if I just say like, just being with you is special, doesn't it kind of like downplay everything that she did for us with this surprise, right? So I feel like it all depends how the other person perceives it, right? Because even though you might think that doesn't mean that she might think that. So this is kind of a cheesy safe line, I suppose. I have to up my game. I consider it a success. I mean, it definitely was. Let's just go with that. Well, you did a great job of it. She beams, clearly proud, and then leans back into me. Honestly, I'm a bit surprised. She looks back up at me, genuinely curious.
Why?
I didn't think you were into the romantic stuff. She narrows her eyes and sits a bit straighter.
What makes you think I'm not?
Just, I don't know. I feel like with some people you can kind of tell without dating them, right? Whether they're sort of when you would expect them to be a romantic type or not. And Kaori isn't, but it doesn't mean that she obviously. I mean, she is, right? It's just she doesn't have a tell, which you would think like, oh, Kaori is probably a romantic type. I guess it's just a part of her that she either hides or keeps a secret or just doesn't show, because you know you're only in that position when you're actually with your boyfriend or loved one, right? So if she's just hanging out with friends or in the school environment as before, that side of hers doesn't really come out, I suppose. I don't know. I laugh, but yeah, didn't really expect this at all, but goddamn. You just don't seem like the type who would care about that stuff. She looks like she's about to protest. It's not a bad thing. It's like how I was surprised by how girly your room looks, and that you were a ballerina. If I had known you back then, I'd have never guessed that you like gears. Kaori pauses, then sighs. I mean, I wouldn't say that she's like a tomboy type of girl, but like back at Ace Academy, right? She was leaning more towards that direction, sort of being like a tomboy-ish and being very independent, right? Like you know, like, oh, that girl can handle herself easily. Like if anything, right? She just like punches back at guys. Like yeah, you didn't expect her to have this side to her, but it's a nice surprise.
It wasn't until I was in high school that I decided to seriously look at piloting.
Oh, so what you're saying is that Kaori was actually always sort of like this. She was always kind of a girly girl? up until high school where she kind of developed the fact that she liked piloting, and then sort of a more I don't know how to, I don't think it's like tomboy-ish, but just sort of leaning more towards that direction rather than girly girl stuff, right? But then again, like nowadays, that all that is kind of changing up anyway. Really? So what got you into it?
I'd always liked it, actually. Even when I was dancing ballet and playing dress-up.
Oh, so you're saying you were pushed into the other direction even though you didn't like it? You played dress-up? She glares at me. Uh-oh. I have no problem with that. We can keep playing dress-up if you want. I probably shouldn't have clicked that. Uh-oh. Hey, I don't mind. In fact, I'm wondering if you still have any of those outfits. Depends what kind of outfits. She narrows her eyes. Joking.
I bet you want me to dress up as a cat or a nurse.
Kinda? I wouldn't object to those. Can we do a combination? She grins.
Well, too bad. I don't have them.
Well, you don't have them, but I do! Aww.
Anyway, even though I liked piloting in gears, I never really pursued it because I didn't think that was something that girls were supposed to like. And I watched my sisters and my friends who all loved dresses and makeup and all of the traditional girly stuff. And I figured that's what I needed to love too.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of that stuff does sort of, get pushed by your surroundings to some degree, right?
So I wore the cute dresses and I danced ballet because that's what girls are supposed to do.
Mm-hmm. Even though she didn't feel that way? Did you even enjoy any of those things?
Well, yeah. I wouldn't have done it if I hated it.
Yeah, but she's just more like a combination, right? It isn't only that she likes those girly girl stuff. She has other interests too, which actually lean more towards what would be traditionally more, I guess, just guy likes or whatever. I don't know. But then again, like Ace Academy, right? Like it is kind of the robot battling thing, piloting and stuff, right? But I mean, there are a fair amount of girls there, so I wouldn't say that is like specifically a guy thing only either. She stumbles over her answer, refusing to make eye contact with me. Her face is as red as a tomato. I can't hold back my smile. She is just too cute. If you liked it, then why did you stop? She hesitates.
I had an epiphany at the end of middle school.
An epiphany? That timeline sounds familiar. I think back to when Kaori and Mei's friendship had been strained. Right. That had started right around the end of middle school, when Kaori found out Ryota wasn't interested in her. Because of Ryota? She nods reluctantly. Well, fuck that guy.
After that happened, I learned a lot of different things. And one of the things I realized was that there's no rule on what girls are supposed to do. I didn't hate all that girly stuff, but it never quite felt like it was me either.
Yeah, I agree.
So I decided to start doing what I wanted to do and be who I wanted to be.
Well, good for you, girl. Just be who you are.
Piloting was a lot easier to transition into than I thought it'd be. It helped me focus on myself. When I'm in Aura, there's just the battle.
The battle. I think about what she says, and I understand. When I'm an eagle, I feel safe and powerful, like I can take on the world. After all, I'm literally encased in armor. I get it. I feel the same way an eagle. She nods, yep. We both know.
I started focusing more on fitness and health, so I could be a better pilot. Ballet actually helped me increase my flexibility, and gave me the foundation I needed for conditioning.
Flexibility, you say? It sure did. I can picture her bending over as if it were yesterday. Because it was.
And as I grew stronger and more confident, I became less scared to speak my mind. How could anyone know what I was thinking if I didn't just say it? It seems pointless to not just tell the truth.
And when she became a straight shooter, her expression softens and suddenly seems strangely vulnerable. She wrings her hands together anxiously.
But I know that a lot of times people don't like how blunt I am, or they think I'm scary.
I can see that, but that's because just a lot of people are more reserved, right?
Sometimes I wonder if maybe I should have tried to be less outspoken.
I don't know, I feel like you just like need those kind of people sometimes, right? Like Melon is very much like that too. She just fucking says whatever. And yeah, that's not really who I am at times, but you know, sometimes you just need those kind of people. Her voice trails off, and she looks wistfully back up at the sky. Don't think like that. She doesn't move. Kaori. At the sound of her name, she finally returns my gaze. Her eyes search my own, and as she waits to hear what I have to say. Tell her you love her, remind her how you feel with a kiss, forget about them. I feel like this is just the perfect moment to tell her that we love her. Watching her second guess herself makes my heart twinge. This woman is both beautiful and smart. She's fiery yet cool. She's strong yet delicate. She's all these opposites that you'd never guess would go together. And that's what makes her so perfect. I love how outspoken you are. I love that you wear your heart on your sleeve. I love how much you care about your friends and family. I love that you could most definitely kick my ass. And most importantly, I love you. All of you. Kaori smiles gently at my words. She pulls me in and plants a soft kiss on my lips.
That's how I feel about you, too.
Wait, you think I could kick your ass? Her words spark an electricity in my chest. Warmth blossoms in my heart, and I pull her in for another kiss. She giggles as she falls into me. We spend the rest of the night entangled together underneath the silvery light of the moon. Our hot chocolates are long forgotten, and as cold as the frozen landscape. I never want this moment to end. Closing my eyes, I savor the feeling of blissful peace. No, the moment is ending! With Kaori in my arms, I soon drift asleep beneath the winking light of 1,000,000 stars. That must have been like the best night of sleep ever.